sponsors don't see what happens
Let's
behind the scenes.
go. I got it. Hey, hear me out. I've always figured out I'm just a fucking moron, and I always figure it out late. That's my fault, guys. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the motherfucking podcast. The Lion, the Witch, and the Audacity of this bitch. I'm yours truly, Ricky Bobby. Gang, gang, gang. Yours truly, J Dirty Dirt. And a special welcome to my good friend Vicky. You know what I'm saying? Our resident radiologist out here. Everybody, please say shout out to her. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate her taking her time out of her day. Oh, 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 oh. You dig?
Hashtag not a doctor, but all right, thank you.
Uh, hear me out.
But
If you
see, we
got,
was gonna give you
I
the
don't know.
scope and everything, and just let you have it. But she's like, no, I'm gonna correct it for the people.
Hear me out. I don't know how anything in medical, like in the medical world, works. So I'm gonna assume if you have a
I
degree, your
do.
joint says your name says Vicky MD. That's it.
I ain't got a
Sorry.
degree. I ain't got a degree in it, but I know how it works. As long as you got an insurance policy or some cash in your pocket, you can be seen. If not, well, die in the street. That's not my words. That was the American Medicine Society who said that. That wasn't me. I'm just here. I'm just here as a person. How y'all doing?
Hey, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know shit about medicine. I don't know shit about radiology. I've only gotten
That's why we're gonna talk to Miss Vicky here, because she
like
gonna get
shit.
us hip.
I got like what, four X-rays in my life, and three of them were on one part of my body, because that shit was like
I
over
could be a
there.
mutant or X-Men the way I've been fucking X-rayed this many goddamn times. I swear, I think I'm part of the X-Men. I might be Deadpool. I have that attitude. I just can't regenerate. When we can figure out how to regenerate, we on. I might
We
need
on to
like maybe three
something.
more X-rays. Hook me up, Vicky. I need like three more X-rays and we on. Okay, but the
I
skin,
get
if
it.
the skin gonna look like that, I don't want it. If my skin gonna look like his, I don't want it. I do a lot of routine with lotions and nah, we ain't gonna do that.
I
He'd be
know
like a
for
little
sh-
crispy assy in that movie.
I know for sure her job does not take my insurance. They're like, no, 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 no. He's disgusting.
So Miss
Get him out of
Vicky,
here.
go and give us a little introduction.
Yeah, tell
Go
us
and let
about
us, the
yourself.
people know what they came to see.
Okay, well, I'm a radiologic technologist is what my position is called. Although
Okay.
I just finished that job today was my last day.
Today's the last fucking day.
Yeah, yep.
Oh, she said we're
Oh
moving
shit.
on up, moving on up. Tell them.
Starting Monday, I will be teaching radiology instead of doing.
Oh, she a professor
She
now.
said because it's money in the It's
Hey, hear
money
me
in the
out.
and I need that.
Can they call you Professor X Ravier? Almost like Xavier, but different. I'm gonna work on that one. It was gonna it was coming off it was in the mind well, but the delivery wasn't great. I'm sorry. I'm working on it though.
Yeah,
Ladies and
we're gonna need to
gentlemen,
work on that
towards
one.
the end of
Yes.
Black History Month, that was his question. I want y'all to put that in a whole perspective. That Eric just made that. Never mind. Continue, Miss Vicky. That was
Hey,
yes.
hey, hey,
Cause
hey,
ooh, Eric.
hey, hey, hey. I am not politically correct, and I don't care about it. Fuck it. We'll worry about that shit later. So, what does a rad tech actually not like actually do, but fucking what's like the what's the what's the what's the criteria to being a radiologist? Rad tech. Look at me. Oh.
I hate
Ooh.
this nigga. I swear I hate this nigga.
Join
Well,
the
we have to
fucking
go
party.
through a lot of training for, well, 2 years worth of training for radiation safety.
Is that OSHA
Where there's
approved?
a joke in the medical field. Mm, sometimes we do our own thing, and then when like they come around to see if we're compliant, we do something different. And then when they leave, then we start doing our own thing.
Hey yo, this bitch is in charge of a cannon, and they're like, yeah, it's fine.
It's not that much radiation.
Is it? Is it? Not? I don't know. But I didn't mean to
It's
cut
not
you
that
off.
But
much radiation.
I'm terrified.
terrified
I
of
beg to
radiation.
differ.
Oh no, I mean the radiation's fine. I mean sometimes you gotta get hit with the beam. The sun is radiation. I'm cool. We good with that.
Yeah.
First
But
of all, I done had CAT scans, MRIs, about 30,000 fucking X-rays from my arm all the way down to my fucking foot. Okay, again, I haven't started flying yet, but I haven't started losing my hair, so okay, I'm okay with this. However, I know y'all probably be seeing some of the wildest shit during X-rays and shit. Like, I know y'all probably take an X-ray and be like, now how the fuck he get that type of object in his you know what? See, people be real funny. That y'all be finding some real funny shit. See, I think that they did. Remember they used to have the little Discovery Health channel? Yeah, the Untouched Story. First of all, the fact that TLC had a show called Sex Sent Me to the ER, that should tell you, I know y'all see some shit. Okay? What is the strangest shit that you just seen while doing your job? Because I'm interested.
Remind you, she does have that. She is under the Hippocratic Oath. Or am I wrong?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm probably
I
wrong.
mean, I can't
Disclose name.
reveal patient identifying information, but
Yeah,
I
don't
can
give no
I can't tell you
idea.
I don't need all
names,
that.
obviously. But yeah,
I just
no.
want to know why
I
you
don't
pulled a
remember
shovel
people's
out of a
names.
bitch's
Crazy
butt.
shit.
No.
Yeah, cool. We just want to hear
You
some
see a lot
wild shit
more.
that you heard.
You see a lot more crazy shit in the hospital, and I don't actually work in a hospital. I worked, I guess I should say, an outpatient, so it's a little more boring because like it's just like, oh, you broke your foot 3 years ago and you need it X-rayed every 3 months. Cool, that's boring. But in the hospital, like people be putting shit up their asses and then it won't come out, and that's where you see like the wild shit or the injuries that come into the hospital where like people's bones are broken and like their wrist is like in an S shape because it's completely dislocated and fractured in 3 places.
I kid you not. I kid you not. A few years ago, I had my foot crushed while working construction, and it took 5 years and 4 surgeries to get me back up and moving. Now that was a lot of time and a lot of surgeries and a lot of X-rays being done. I kid you not. I hope to go back and find it on my IG. I made a story about how one time it was a situation with the X-ray, and because somebody messed it up, because they were having a foreign object and they're trying to figure out where it was, but they said it could have had metal in it, so they didn't want to put it in certain machines. So they did the little scan X-ray thing, and child, they had a whole metal butt plug stuck them in their booty.
Huh?
Yep.
Hold on.
Fucked up
So
the X-ray for the whole day. Now, look, ain't nobody want to go in the X-ray room no more. Because I said that's gonna be between y'all and how y'all get that out. First of all, why was this up so far? I feel like did somebody just like scare her? She just and it went. You know what I'm saying?
no.
Like how the hell did that happen, bitch? I So I said, like,
No.
I know y'all gotta see some crazy shit because I'm an average, regular Joe, and I be coming across some of the wildest fucking shit. I had to record that shit. I said, y'all, there's somebody in here with a booty plug, and they is freaking out because they don't know how to get it out, and she don't know how to get it out, and they want to know how the hell she got in there. Listen, I was glad to be in the hospital that day. That was entertainment.
He said I was glad to be there.
And that was
Action figures are really common.
Now who the fuck Steve up their ass? Who the fuck is
like
out here
that, y'all remember from Toy Story, You Got a Friend in Me? That type of shit.
Oh nah.
Wiggle. Oh no,
Bro.
that's nasty.
Hear me out.
That's nasty.
Is this
Y'all
mostly
need
men or
Jesus.
women? That plays a big.
Both.
Why are y'all putting action figures in y'all's asses, dog? What is happening?
Action League now.
You got the backyardigans in your backyard. What you doing, Mo? Like what?
The backyardigans are in your backyard again.
Yeah, like what are you doing? I feel like if you have to go to the hospital for that, you should do 10 days in jail. Sorry. Because you fucked somebody's day up for having to fix that.
Because why the fuck is that up there?
Like
People has put like I remember watching one of the Discovery Health channel. Y'all remember that shit like a couple years ago? They had their own separate channel. Remember they all had the different Discovery ones, right? I'm gonna tell you right now, the shit that you would see on some late night shit while fried as fuck. Talk about some sex sent you to the ER. Like the shorty really was in there, motherfucker, talking about some. What the fuck is this bitch wrong? She having seizures? No, she was fucking and she just could not stop having orgasms. The bitch been having orgasms for 4, 3 hours. I said she ain't never leaving that man. I said she gonna kill that motherfucker. He breathed wrong. She gonna kill that nigga. Talk about where you going. Where you been, Penny?
He
Where you
he
been?
get up for work a little too early. It's over for his dumb ass.
Wake up, look. Wake up for work. She gonna be right on his bed. Where you going?
Where you going, big
Nah,
fella?
come on
No.
back to bed.
No. Nah, me and Vicky was talking earlier, and she was telling me that they're having a debate these days about what's more dangerous, the motherfucking X-ray itself or the fucking lead apron that you put over your chest.
The
And
lead fucking apron.
that's what she said. And I'm over here like, so you mean this? You mean that particle cannon that you're carrying is not that dangerous, huh? So the large hadron collider in your hands ain't finna do nothing, but this heavy this weighted apron gonna
The
finish me
shit
off.
that the shit that
And she
gets
said
me is they
yes.
be like, the shit that gets me is they'll put you like these little aprons or whatever they need to put on you to take these photos and stuff. And they're
Suit
like, oh
armor.
yeah, no, they're like, oh no, you're fine. It's not even that crazy. It's not. And then their asses run around a whole nother fucking wall or another room and behind this thick ass good glass talking about some hit the liver, Kronk.
That's what I'm
So
saying.
the
Yeah.
thing about that is we would be exposed to radiation all damn day because I do like 60 X-rays a day. You just got one. It's like you think
That's
about it if
fair.
I was a bartender. If you're a bartender and you do one shot with every single patient, your ass gonna be drunk, you know? But
All right,
if
that's
you
fair.
do
I
just
agree with
one,
that.
if you're the
But that's
patient that
fair.
just or the customer that just comes in and does one shot, you're fine. If I do a shot with every single customer, my ass gonna be wasted. So if I
Because you're
take
not trying to
like
become
expose
Elastigirl.
myself to every single X-ray, then because the X-ray is cumulative, so every X-ray you get, it stays in your body forever. Essentially, your
You're
dose
not trying to become a
increases with every
Powerpuff Girl.
X-ray. Yeah,
You're not trying to become
basically
a
sugar
Powerpuff
spice
Girl.
and everything nice over here.
Hold on. You said
And
it,
a
it doesn't
chemical
leave the
X-ray.
body? So I got X-rays in my
Yes,
leg?
you're radioactive.
Oh, they
No, I'm
said
So
kidding. You're not
that
actually
I'm gonna
radioactive.
say
You're
so
not actually
that's why I
radioactive.
couldn't get through. That's why I couldn't get through Denver Airport.
So
I'm saying
that's why they always
that's
stop
why I
me.
couldn't get it.
Somehow I
Talking
always
about
have
let
to do
me
extra
swab your
screening.
hand. Talking about let me just swab your hand, bitch. For what? It's lotion. The fuck?
Last time I went through TSA, he looked at me, he was like, "Come here, little Chernobyl, bring your ass over here." I was like, "What? What? Me?
Talk about Muhammad, bring your ass over here. What?
My name is Eric, sir. This is racist. Do I look like a Mohammed? They can't have dreads."
Yes.
Hey, that motherfucker's hilarious, dog. That nigga's
Nigga got
hilarious.
famous just for just moving his stomach up and down. I could do that shit.
For sure, I could do that. I got all kinds of belly. You got me
Okay,
fucked up.
time for me to turn into conspiracy brother from Undercover Brother, aka Dave Chappelle. So y'all
Ooh.
gotta here with me, bear with me, okay? Do you, as working in the medical profession, believe that the American medicine and how it's set up? Do you think that it is literally set up to keep people sick to keep them getting paid?
Oh, it's all about money. That's why I'm in the
Oh,
healthcare
easily.
field.
Now with
Vicky said,
that
"I'm
follow up
killing you."
question, because thank you,
You thought I was
thank
killing you?
easily.
I am. I'm lacing the blunt, cracking the back, meth in the front.
Okay, little oxy in the middle. Anywho,
Oh
but
hell
seriously,
no. Oh
so you
no.
was okay with the meth and the crack in the front and the back, but now you got a little perky in the middle. Now that's a
Sir,
problem.
you gotta think those drugs have been around since the 90s and the 80s, big dog. They've tested that shit out already.
But the people who do it ain't.
Yes, they are. I ain't never seen a dead crackhead.
They don't. They don't. You don't see them die. They just like one actually just disappears and like two more respawn in their place.
See,
They're
multiply,
they're my favorite NPCs in the world. I promise you.
dog.
They're the
Crackheads
only
are
people
great,
I know who can put a whole raccoon on a leash and walk it like a dog. Love it.
dog. I saw a
However,
crackhead backflip off of a house for $3, and then walk to the free clinic.
I'll drink to that. I'll drink to
Cheers.
that. My sister bet me $10 back when I was like 12 that I wouldn't jump off the deck into some snow. But naked, I did it. $10. It was the best $10 ever. I went to IG and got me hella shit. Cheers to that.
And this is why blacks deserve less sometimes. I'm sorry,
You're
yo.
right, but I'm native, but we're good. Anywho,
Hey. True. That's fair. Fair. Same. But nah, man.
However, let's get into this little theory. I just have one little theory question on that. Because she said it. She opened up the floodgate. She said that's why I'm in healthcare, because
She
it's
did
about the
say it.
Mooney. It's about the Mooney. Because if you ain't got no Mooney, then what the fuck is you doing here, Hooney? You know what I'm
That's
saying?
why.
That's how I do it.
That's why she can afford to live in California.
Think
Me,
about it.
I'm a peasant out there.
First of all, I have a friend. I have friends in the medical field out there, and I'm just shout out to Brittany. But like, some real shit though.
I mean,
You have a lot of shit nowadays that is very. Me personally, I don't like medicine. When I have headaches, I ain't popping no aspirin unless I have no fucking choice. You know what I'm saying? I believe in the
I'm gonna pop that
natural
shit.
way of doing it. Yeah, I'm gonna have a natural way about it. If I can just lay down, get my shit together for me, I will. If not, I do what I got to do. However,
Nah, me, I'm a big baby.
meta.
Fuck
Let's
it.
talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Fuck it.
Let's say let's say I was a homeless person, ain't had no insurance, no job, none of that, right? But I was seriously injured. I was hurt. I needed some medical attention, right? I go to the hospital. There's two things that may or may not happen. One, they're gonna say, "Oh, you ain't got no insurance." Oh, well, sir, you can go down right down the street. Don't down in our parking lot, but if you could just go right there where the county can pick you up, we'll do that.
Go
Okay.
die by that trash
Um,
can.
or they'll have another situation where it's like, okay, well, we'll have you seen, but we're gonna take all your information first while you're waiting for triage, and then we're not gonna tell you how much this stuff is. We're just gonna start doing shit to you, whether it's actually what you need to do or don't need to do. We're just gonna start doing shit, and you're like, oh, it's fine.
Boy.
Okay, you never, but they do all these tests. They don't find out what goes on. They don't know.
Okay.
You go home, you're still in problems, but then you get a bill in the mail. It's like
Damn.
$2,000 that you got to pay
Two.
out of pocket.
You mean 22 grand?
I'm just saying, but that's only if they do some little. No, that's only if they do some little shit, right? Let's just
What?
say
Give
they
you a
do some like
band-aid?
little. I'm gonna tell
Yeah,
you
you
right
gotta pay
now.
$2,000 to walk in the door.
That's what I was
I'm gonna
saying.
tell
They,
you.
they look
I'm
at
gonna
you and they're
tell you
like,
right now. I just
1500.
do a number. I just do a number. Listen, I don't go to the hospitals. I know better. First of all, they got medication out here now on the fucking TV talking about some. Are you depressed? We got a pill for you. Your asshole might fall out of it, but it's okay. You
Yes.
won't be depressed no more.
And I'm
You
like,
won't be, even though your literal intestines are dragging behind you on your asshole, you won't be depressed. I'm like, that sounds very depressing to me. I don't know. I just feel like if your asshole is just kind of falling out of your ass, I feel like you should be depressed. I think you have every right to be.
for
But
actually, for honestly, I feel like that's gonna make me more depressed because my ass is
honestly,
dragging.
talk
Being
about,
ignorant.
that's what I'm saying. Like, nigga, I came in here just like, I just feel a little down and we just need a little upper. So
Like if
we're
y'all
gonna
could just
put
give
you
me
on
a
this pill that we
stimulus.
can't even pronounce. It's got a bunch of fucking letters thrown together, and we just gonna give you this. Now, side effects include rash, fever, headache, death, liver, falling out.
Tuberculosis.
You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get polio.
What?
You might get a bum bump when you live. I don't know. You may get a bum bump. It
You
might
have
give you it might give you HIV, but listen, you got that bump in your energy. You have no more depression,
you will no
sir.
longer have dry skin.
No, this is my
Like fuck, no,
favorite
no, no.
one. This is my favorite one when it's literally an antidepressant medication that they're trying to push or a heart medicine they're trying to push. And I'm like, you're gonna have suicidal thoughts while taking this,
It's like,
but we're gonna stop you from feeling depressed.
bro,
So I'm
this
gonna be suicidal, but
completely
I'm gonna be
defeated
happy
the
about
purpose.
it.
This
So I'm
defeated
gonna
the
be happy
purpose of
about
all
being
this shit.
suicidal. Talking about, you know what? It is a beautiful day to just, shoot my fucking head off. You know, where's the shotgun? It's gonna be, it's gonna be
This
beautiful.
is this is the
It's
best
gonna be
medication
beautiful.
I've ever taken in my life.
Talk about, you know what? I'm so glad. I didn't have these thoughts before, but now I'm on this medicine.
Hmm.
Child, I can do it. I feel like the people who are actually
I
fully
feel empowered
suicidal
to
and
blow
who are
my head
scared of
off.
doing it, who are scared of doing actually like going forward with it. I feel like they get on that type of medicine, and that's when they like it lowers their inhibitions and makes them forget about that they're scared to do it, and they just fucking do it. I feel like you cannot get paid if people get cured. That is why cancer was refused to be like they have the cure. Certain people can only get it. This nigga Magic Johnson had HIV, AIDS, and this motherfucker was like the fucking face of it.
That man got
This nigga know how to.
financial AIDS. Fuck is you talking about?
But now, look,
That nigga got FAFSA, my
he ain't
boy.
got it no more. But then look, they just came out and said that the third person with HIV was cured by stem cells. Dog, that is a natural fucking way to handle a lot of fucking cures.
Hear me
Stem
out
cells
though.
does not pay that much.
Wasn't that stem cell made out of foreskin though? That's crazy. That's crazy.
See, you lost me on that. I don't know
That's
where
what
the fuck
I
it
heard.
came
I
from.
think I read that same. I was
No, no,
like,
no,
made
no,
out
no,
of
no, no, no.
foreskin.
Stem cells are they get some of them before all these abortions stuff like that. They would take a lot of unborn fetuses and they would just get it from there. South Park kind of touched on it, but again, it was in a horrible fucking way. Like they
Oh
kind
no.
of touched on it, but it's literally like remember the whole Superman Keanu Reeves thing? Yeah, like
He was eating the fetuses. That shit was crazy. How is
yeah,
South Park
like
still
the
on
nigga
TV?
really
Who lets that shit? Who? The
because
FCC
they only
won't let me
they only
be.
said they only said the N word one time and it's from Randy Marsh.
I love South Park.
talk about niggers. No, no, it's niggers. Wait, what?
Sir, we are on YouTube. We're going down. We're about to be canceled.
Well, I didn't say it. Randy Marsh said it. A white
It's fair.
man. So he's like,
Quoting.
I'm like,
I'm not. I'm quoting, not paraphrasing.
first of all,
Before
then
I,
he said, like, this ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm gonna just sit
she
here
said,
for
"No,
a
no,
second.
no,
It's
no,
like,
no. I hear what he's saying. I'm not saying any of that. I said none of that.
I'm not here for any of that.
But
So you,
she was a rad tech. Now she's a rad tech teacher. So like, tell me about that. What you gonna be showing these motherfuckers for 2 years? I'm
boobies.
terrified.
I'll be teaching positioning labs, so I'll literally be teaching them how to get all the different pictures, how you're supposed to set up your patient to get the necessary images. But I'm also going to be the
Like
clinical
Vogue,
coordinator. So
Vogue,
literally,
Pose,
essentially,
work it.
yes.
Work
Huh.
it,
Yep.
bitch. Show me that broken ankle. I know that bitch is obtuse, but is you acute? Let's get it.
I literally be in the booth like, okay, say cheese.
That's it. That's all I can do for you.
I think
So
my skeleton already is smiling. I don't know why, but he's smiling. I don't know.
so that takes 2 years to like not like master, I guess, but like essentially master, or is that just what the time
Basically,
for?
because you want to be good at it so that you can take one picture and not have to like repeat it 20 times, because every time you have to repeat an x-ray you increase your patient's dose, so our goal is to get it
Fair.
in one shot, not fuck it up.
Oh,
Did
they
not
be
think
alright.
about.
Like I said,
See, hear me out.
let them just
That's why I
let them
don't
be
do this shit.
radioactive.
That's why I don't do this shit, because I was like, oh yeah, man, if I fuck up, I'm sure they could take another one. True. Got a cannon in your hand. Yes, sir.
You are
Yes,
literally
I
being
try to minimize that.
Okay, respectfully. I respect that. Thank you. Thank you for not killing me. I understand now. This is why I asked the questions. This is why I got you on here. This is why we need
This
more
is
things
why
like this,
he's
because I
not an
don't know.
X-ray tech. That's
This
why
is
he doesn't take
exactly why
X-rays.
I'm an X-ray tech, not an X-ray tech, because I will get you killed.
However, Eric is a bomb chef. Y'all need to understand something. I've been going through some shit, and he made me some tacos, some steak tacos. I don't even like avocados. I know this is sideways, but he made like an avocado based like
Hey, nah,
steak, and he cooked that shit, and that shit was fucking torch. I ain't posted because I'm going through some shit, and y'all need to understand this.
I ain't gonna lie.
However,
Vicky about to be my new nutritionist. That's a little swole right there. You know what I'm saying? She be doing all the female bodybuilding stuff now. She out there in
seen her before.
magazines and stuff. Yeah, strength. You know what I'm saying? Swole. I ain't got time to be in the gym like that. She up there extra early on her rock shit, clanging and banging and whatnot.
That's why she agreed to get on the show with us because she's like, if y'all fuck around, I will literally hurl a rock
Y'all
from
kill both of
California
me.
and fuck y'all up.
She's
And I'm
also
here
been
for
up
it,
for
honestly.
36 hours. She's
I will
tweaking.
I will literally give you the
Oh,
coordinates.
literally, yeah. I feel like I'm coming down off an acid trip right now.
Yeah, you're about to go
So
in that.
you're like up for what, 12 different Red Bulls right now?
I'm drinking
Oh
all of them.
yeah, I have had so much caffeine today that I don't even know what year it is anymore.
I have to ask the question: why have you been up so long?
Oh, I don't even know. I literally just had anxiety and insomnia last night, and I laid in bed and just
Maybe
couldn't
all of
sleep.
us have.
So
Okay,
I just got up and went to the gym instead.
see guys,
I don't know if there's
swole.
something going on. I don't know if there's something going on in the world, in the atmosphere, the Utah burst or whatever. But everybody I have talked to this week has been like, nigga, this week has whooped my fucking ass. And I'm just like, yeah, and I'm finna whoop his ass back because I'm not about to keep going taking these L's like this. Put me in the game, coach. I'm gonna start fighting back.
I had
Cause
an
what the
okay
fuck?
week. I don't know. I didn't do shit all week, and it stressed me out a little bit. That was the only thing that was stressful about it. I need something to do.
I had to
I
call my
need
dispatch
it.
and tell her out and low key threaten her. Like, I'm like, you gonna see it my way, or we gonna have us a problem.
I'm a supervisor now, so I have to supervise and not do the work. I have to delegate work, and I'd be about to throw the fuck up. My day takes so long. You know how much YouTube I try to watch that I can't watch because I'm about to die from boredom? No,
I
you can't.
pay.
I can't watch YouTube for 8 hours.
I
I can't
paint,
do it.
prime, and clear wheels. I am around fumes all day. I am not writing head paint. Okay, I
Really?
am around a lot. I be motherfucking spraying them fucking wheels talking about some dude.
All right, I hate to interject, but I gotta go into my nail appointment.
Hey, hey,
Shorty said
Vicky,
she got to
thank
get
you
cute,
for
y'all.
motherfucking stopping by. Go get your fleek on. You know what I'm saying? Like I
And don't
said,
forget to post them. Don't forget to post the nails. Talk about look at the flick up.
you know what I'm saying.
Oh, always,
You gotta hold
always.
something. You gotta go
And
grab something.
Not the dick
Take
I'll
a
be
picture.
taking the pictures
Why you
like,
had to say that?
See, hold on. She gotta get her nails done. Her nails look fine. No, no, guys, this is how you know you got that
Dickie, you didn't
bag.
even just hear what you didn't even hear what he just said. He said, "Yeah, you gotta go get your nails done so you can grab something." He just said you gotta go get your dick beaters done, your dick grabbers. That's what he just said. I heard him.
You know what I'm saying? That's nah. Whenever a woman gets her fucking nails done, she just be taking pictures, grabbing anything. Got a fucking spoon in her hand just to see the nails and shit. I'm just saying.
I'm about
I'm
like,
just
I
it's
mean,
true.
it
It's
do, but
true.
it do look better wrapped around my. Never mind. You know
get
what?
off the.
Enjoy
Hey,
your
Vicky, enjoy.
enjoy.
Thank you for
Your,
stopping by. Enjoy your nail appointment. Don't fall asleep in the chair because them Asian people will probably eat you or something.
they might lick your
Respectfully,
toe. Don't do it. They gonna lick your
respectfully.
toes. Don't do it.
Oh no, he bugging. Like I said, thank you for stopping by. We
Right in between
appreciate
the
your time.
crevices. Think about the toes. Hey, did
Pew.
y'all know? Did y'all hear that they said that the little UV lights that y'all put on your feet and hands to dry, they said it causes cancer?
Oh, I'm sure it does.
She
I'm
done.
Oh,
here for a good
easily.
time though, not a long time.
And that's the answer I was looking for.
Yes,
Thank you so much,
sir.
Ricky.
Thank you, Vicky. We appreciate you stopping by. Stop by anytime.
Absolutely. Thank
Take
you
care.
guys.
Peace. Hey guys, that's the gang right
Vicky's
there.
great.
Vicky's dope.
Vicky's
Vicky's
great.
really cool. I I went to high school with Vicky. I didn't really know her in high school. She was just like, you know what I'm saying?
One of the people you seen around, and then we
Yeah.
became cool. Yeah, same.
Yeah, man. She shit
I
posts
didn't get.
just like me.
I
So
didn't get.
like we're
I did
cool.
not get cool. I didn't get cool with people from high school until after high school, and they
Man,
got fucking kids and miserable, and I'm not.
I'm
Well, no, I'm
I'm
miserable. I just ain't got kids.
yeah, that so I'm less miserable. But they
No,
have
still miserable. Just I don't have to worry about getting up and taking care of another human.
oh no, I have to get up and take care of me every day. Life is expensive, boys and girls, and I'm sick of it. You know what I just realized, bro? I did all of
But
that and I didn't roll up nothing the
I
whole
didn't
time.
roll up. This is just something from earlier.
I got to. You guys, I apologize. I know y'all fuck with when I get fried,
I'm
so
gonna
you
tell
know.
you right now. Even though Vicky has gotten off, I'm gonna let y'all know right now. It's only in America that people are afraid to go to the hospital because they don't want to be put on medications or go through a bunch of shit that makes them worse than what they already were when they walked in. Like,
That
not
medicine
to,
shit ain't it.
like my stepfather's mother. She went in complaining of her arm,
Hmm.
and she was a heavier set woman. I'm not
Hmm.
gonna say she was a big woman. She was a heavier set woman,
Hmm.
and they tried to shove her body in a full body cast for some fuck up ass reason, no reason to us, and her heart stopped.
The fuck?
They were able to bring her back, but by the time they brought her back, her organs started to fail. And she spent 7 months, 7 to 8 months in the hospital because of that shit until she passed. That shit was horrible. Like I said. And then on top of that, then they was like, well, we still gotta have these bills paid.
Like
So
nigga, you about to pay him, or you can. It's like hear me out, dog. Do you want to pay with money, or do you want to pay with your life? Cause that's the only two options you guys have.
there's so many medical malpractices going on, and it's rarely talked about because they don't want it tarnished.
Oh, for sure. That's how my cousin April passed away. She went into a motherfucker. She went for like a routine surgery. I can't remember what the fuck it was, but the doctor wound up uh, poking a hole in her lower intestine, which wound up leaking bile and shit into her body and ultimately killing
And
her.
kill her.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I'm like, dog, I need to. Now, hear me out, chat. I'm not going to do nothing. I just want to talk to him. I just want to have a conversation.
With
Nothing
my clip.
crazy. No, 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 no. You know what I'm saying? I just want to talk. Just want to talk, big dog. Just come
As a
inside and talk
person
to
who,
me.
as a person who's been under the knife several times,
You've been under once.
I, it's never a fun situation, of
Sh-
course.
Shit was weird. I ain't gonna lie.
Um,
Shit was definitely weird.
and then like I said, you need to in America, like I said, that's the only place that you'll get turned away for to being seen. Like they'll say, "Oh no, you can come in, we'll see you," but then they're gonna find any kind of way to get something out of you.
Hmm.
Like I said, like you can't even put somebody in a rehabilitation nursing home. If they're there for a certain amount of time, and just so happens they pass away,
Hmm.
in the agreement, their assets becomes the nursing home. Why do you think so many people who go, like so many elderly people don't want to go into a nursing home? It's not just because they think that you're just going to shelf them in some place and never come see them with
Hmm.
a bunch of other old people. It's because they know. Like I said, if someone is in a nursing home and like they live like permanently are there until like they do expire,
Hmm.
the nursing homes don't take care of those people because they know once that person dies, their
All that
stuff,
shit's
their
dead.
assets, their bank accounts, their any properties in their name, any vehicles in their name. Like I said, we dealt with that.
Hear me out. All I'm saying, nursing homes, is if ultimately my mother or father ends up in one of those joints, play with yourself, not me. Because you won't make it to a
I,
nursing home fucking with me. End of discussion.
although I
End of discussion.
although I have my reservations about my parents, I couldn't do this.
Well, you
I
gonna live with
would
me.
say I would if I could afford it. I'd have a living nurse with them. You ain't living with me. Mm-mm. You can't. Fuck no. Hell
Why?
no. Because I'm gonna hit you with the same shit you hit me with. Talking about some. It's
Put it
my
back.
house, my rules. If you don't like it,
Fair to me.
however,
My See, my
back
mom's different.
to the
Shit
part.
hit me.
I would if I could afford it. However, it's not just me; it's also my sister as well. Yeah,
True.
we would have. I would try to have a live-in nurse
It's just
with
me.
the only because, like I said, I know my mother would, or nor my father would want to leave their home
For sure. They paid for that
in
shit.
their final days. And then, second of all, like I wouldn't want them to go into a place that would ultimately kill them because those places are depressing.
Yeah, environment's
It
just
smells like
garbage.
nothing but death, old people, and medication.
Like, y'all, like I said, I done heard too many stories of motherfucking, like the nurses at them joints be like beating on the patients and shit. And I'm like,
And I wish the fuck you would.
I'm truly not wired for that shit, dog. Cause you hit my mama or my pops, I'm gonna hit you where it hurt. Like, I'm gonna go to your house. I'm gonna beat your kids up. So, like, I'm not fucking with you. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna beat your mother up. Fuck you talking
I
about?
People stop playing with me. You know what I'm saying? I am not the one. I do not. I'm not here to be the bigger person. It's not what I'm here
Never
for.
have, never will be.
If you want to get off at the lobby, I'll get off in the motherfucking basement. If you want to get off in the basement, I'll get off in the fucking the garage where you park your car. If you want to get off in the garage, I'll sort
I'll see
this
you in
shit
hell.
in hell. Fuck it. The lower you go, the lower I go.
And I think, I like that you just said that because I think people need
I'm
to
sorry.
understand that
I'm sorry. That's
people,
my mental health.
people really, people be taking like the title of the relationship that they have with you a little to the extreme and think that they can talk to you any kind of way, but you can't say nothing back to them any kind of way. And it's more or less like
I don't care who the fuck you are.
respect is something that people really tend to think that it is a given. No, you have to earn that.
No, respect for
And
me, respect is given, but respect is also maintained.
Exactly.
If you
My
gotta do,
thing is,
if you ain't gonna
if
respect
you
me,
gonna
I ain't gonna respect you. Fuck you.
exactly talking about something, if I'm not coming at you in a disrespectful way, why are you coming at me in a disrespectful way? Because now I'm going to get disrespectful, and what I have to say is going to trump what you just
I'm way
said.
worse. I'm way worse than most of you. I like
Play with your pussy, bitch. Don't play with me.
for sure. You can do all things through Christ except try me. It's between you and him. Worry about yourself.
I'm gonna get to the pearly gates and then be like, we surprised you here too.
Man, I really wanted to get my buddy on this joint because he was talking about how you know, medical, like the medical malpractice and shit like that is like his specialty. But no, this nigga talking about some 8 o'clock be hitting me like a brick wall. I'm gonna cuss him out in the group chat here in about 20 minutes after I get off this motherfucker. But it's not the point. Still my boy.
It's not. Here's the thing. Medical malpractice, I think everybody has a story with it, whether it was them personally or it was someone, a relative or a friend of theirs. Like I said, the medical malpractice, it's not, they call it that, but like I said, sometimes it don't be an accident. Okay, like, again, you kind of tell me that the same people who was in charge of saving Dr. Martin Luther King was the same people who told everybody to back up and they smothered him with a pillow. Like, he survived the bullet to the neck, y'all. It went out.
Ouch.
Documents prove it. The United States government was sued and lost and had to admit their part in the assassination of Dr. Martin Luther King. So history will tell you stuff. This has been going on for years. Like I said, whether it's a race thing, whether it's a sex thing, whether it's just because they don't fucking like your bitch ass, they are going to fuck you up if they feel the need or want to. Like I said, the scariest thing, the scariest thing
Hmm.
for a pregnant black woman is to have a white doctor, male or female.
The worst part is like it's like not like the first time I've heard that, which is
Dog,
alarming.
because I'm gonna tell you right now, they don't do as much. There will be women, these black women will be pregnant, be fine their whole pregnancy, be okay, like have a normal pregnancy, be fine. Then they go into labor and then all of a sudden something happens. And now the life and or the baby's, her life and or the baby's life is in jeopardy. And now they can only choose one. And then they leave it up to the father or the whoever's there to be that person's voice
Hmm.
to make that decision. Oh, well, we can save the baby, but we can't save her. Or we can save her, but we can't save the baby. Like,
Putting people in fucked
but
up positions.
that's what I'm saying. Like I said, black women and black babies born have a higher percentage of death and or defects
Uh-huh.
than white babies when it comes to a white doctor and or black woman.
Uh-huh.
It's statistically been proven. And they tell you that all the time. They say, first of all, get you a. Some women, like when they go to the gynecologist and stuff like that, they say get a male doctor because they're more attentive and understanding than a female doctor. I don't know. Women, if y'all in the chat, if y'all want to chime in, y'all can on that. Give me a little clarification, but that's what I've been hearing that most women, some women prefer a male gynecologist because they're more understanding and careful with your situation than a woman is because a woman just thinks that, oh, you're just going through hormones or something like that. Yeah, I've heard a lot of shit. Okay.
That's kind of
So,
crazy.
yeah, like I said, some of these women doctors be sabotaging these women. And it also be like they've arrested a couple women who have like done their practice of a OBGYN and or a labor doctor or something like that, and because they have admitted to some type of reasoning of a defect to a child or a woman, or
Hmm.
the killing of a death baby or a woman, because they would do certain shit.
Yeah.
Some was based off of discriminatory reasons. Some was based off of just because she didn't like the bitch.
Like that's fucking crazy, son. Like imagine doing
Like,
like Imagine having your career and then like fucking somebody over like that, just because you
Like
don't fuck with them.
it was a story locally. I'm not gonna throw no names because people there, it's a close connection. But there was a lady who literally was pregnant, and like their white
Hmm.
doctor made them, even though they were in labor,
Hmm.
and it was very evident, made them sit in the waiting room for over 45 minutes.
It's like you're annoying.
And I mean literally to the point where this person is bleeding. There's blood on the floor,
Yeah, dilation was crazy.
and the baby died because they did not attend to that her
Hmm.
time. And they pretty much, and in pretty much layman terms, what they said was, "Well, you can make another one."
It's like, look here, big dog. You're not gonna get the chance to tell anybody else this because I'm about to fuck you up. Like
Like,
at this
here's
point, what do I have to
another
lose?
one. So, like, there's also this disease where young infants or babies, right? I think it's called SIDS or like cribs or something like that, where
Hmm.
like they just stop breathing.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's kind of attended to where the part of the labor. They say it's a mutation or it's a problem, like some type of weird, and it can
Hmm.
happen at any time. You wouldn't. It's like could just happen.
Hmm.
Yeah, no, they literally linked it to like the practices of the delivery. Like,
That's fucking crazy. See, that's why I need motherfuckers to be more. Hear me out, guys. We need more black doctors.
big farm and healthcare are
Oh,
the
the
biggest
killers of the world.
money makers out here. They're the biggest killers. They're the biggest money makers. Like I said, they've had the cures, and like I said, that's why they be so hell bent on people not knowing about natural remedies,
Hmm.
herbal remedies.
Just hear me
Like I
out.
said,
All the shit that cures you came from something here. So it means it all exists. They
hmm
ain't just fashion this shit out of nowhere. They're not creating new elements and shit like that to
and
create new
and there's
chemicals.
and shit you can literally go to your supermarket and get that can cure you. However, they don't want you to know that. They want you to continue to eat all this fast food. That's for the, like I said, you can go into the store. Motherfucking a liter of Coke is like $1.
Like, you know what's
A
crazy?
bottle of water is too.
I'm like, you know what's crazy? Fucking remember what they said was the best cure for fucking COVID? Vitamin E. You know how you get vitamin E?
The
Sunlight.
sun and orange and or like citrus fruit.
Yes. How are you gonna get to the sun if everything's quarantined? You're quarantined. You're supposed to stay in the house. Hmm?
So many people died. Over over 500,000 people died.
You mean to tell me I
And
could just go stand out in the fucking sun and be? I feel like shit for a couple days, but I probably won't die. That's crazy. Not like a couple days, but
and and like I said, just like they have every year or every couple of years, just to cause mass hysteria to take your mind off of something else. There's a new disease that pops out all the time.
mhm.
And I want y'all to understand something. They know about this. They have a whole vault in Antarctica that's like a whole secret bunker down in like, and no one can get to it. Oreo has a fucking secret bunker in fucking in somewhere in like Switzerland or some Norway or Switzerland that you can't even get into. But like I said,
I guess I think it's in Finland. But yeah,
they, they literally have a bunker, a secret bunker that you can't get to that literally has tested and cures for all known and unknown diseases. They know when and what to release when need to be released. Mind you, global warming, the ice caps are melting. Shit that has not been around for over millions of years is now starting to be discovered, including new viruses and diseases. They literally just said that these people coming like they were literally digging into like a 50 million-year-old iceberg,
they
and
found some shit in Siberia.
they literally found a new strand of a disease. Talking about if it gets out, it will literally cause mass. extinction.
Yeah.
They literally recorded them digging it up and pulling it out of the fucking iceberg. And that's what I'm saying. They know the shit, y'all. The plan is to get your money, keep you in check with fear, and to make sure that you know that at any point we can kill you all.
Pretty much. And I
Because
am
now
not
they
here
talk
for it.
about some COVID's not even a thing. Oh, COVID's not even a thing. People still getting sick. It's just they talking about, oh, it's not that serious. It was serious back then. It's serious now. It's only been serious if you have certain health defects that is going to cause it to make it worse.
Pretty much.
It's the
Elderly.
flu on crack.
Yeah, flu 2.0. I had that motherfucking swine flu. That shit hit different. Man, 2000, what was it,
Like I
2009?
said, they had swine flu,
Woo.
Ebola, chicken flu. You got, you know what I'm saying? You got, then there was the monkeypox
SARS.
and
Yeah,
SARS.
whatever happened to
And
monkeypox? I ain't heard nothing about that in a
just
year and a half.
look, that was just an attack on the gay community, and y'all know that because they was making it out talking just like how this shit was the COVID shit was the attack on the Asian folk. The motherfucking monkeypox was. Remember they were saying that gay men who were doing shit with themselves was catching the shit, which is not necessarily true. There was women catching it, but then they were like, oh well, maybe the dude was messing with another dude and was getting with the girl. And listen, it's an
I,
immune disease. If your immune system is not up for it, your system is going to not combat it. You're going to be fucked.
pretty much. It's kind of how all that shit works. That's also things that they kind of teach us in school, but nobody pays attention because people are idiots.
Like I said, they tell you to eat your fruit and vegetables, but people are like, I don't want fruit and vegetables. It doesn't taste good,
I want candy.
baby. But then you'll sit there and you'll take a motherfucking pill that does not taste good and has any type of effect to it, but that's because your doctor said it was cool. Your doctor's also getting paid just to see you in his face. He doesn't have to tell you anything.
That's why I try to smoke as much as I can.
Talk about something, but that's why they had a ban on weed. One, because they couldn't tax it, and two, they know that it has a herbal fucking healing process to it.
Yeah,
Now it's now you can smoke it and it'll help cure you certain problems with you. Now we have these cannabis dispensaries and stuff, and you can get this and that, and it'll help you with this and that.
it's like
Okay, but when we was doing it, it was, oh, you're a pothead,
yeah, it's
you're a
like
drug
well,
addict, you're this,
I'm like bro,
baby.
if
I'm
I'm a
smoking this, so I don't smoke you.
yeah, I'm like bro, if I'm this, that, and the third, how am I smarter than you still? Like what the fuck?
Second of all, to the people who be raw dogging to do life, who don't be smoking nor
Oh,
drinking, I don't know how you function, but I know you're a serial killer. I
you
know
have
you
to.
snap animals' necks. You snap small animal necks when no one's looking. I'm convinced.
I can't do it.
No,
I gotta hit this loud. I'm sorry.
ain't no life that great. Hell, Beyonce is that bitch, and she is drugged out every chance she gets. Okay, I want y'all to understand something.
Yeah, she be
Y'all
looking
gotta understand something.
perk 10. I just popped up perk 10.
Perk
Perk
10,
30. I just
perk
popped up
30, I
perk
just popped
30.
the perk 30,
Perk 60.
perk
I just
60,
popped two
I
perk
just popped
30s.
the
That shit's
perk
ignorant.
30. Perky
Perky
dance make me do that perky dance. Perky
dance.
dance make me do that perky
Niggas
dance.
is so stupid.
And
But no,
that is where our music has come to, ladies and gentlemen. But
still,
seriously,
still a hit. Hey, yo, I'm still blown away by Biggie saying that fucking lead apron is more dangerous to you than the goddamn X-ray itself.
because why the fuck would we going through a fucking cannon that's going to hit us with radiation while wearing lead?
Meanwhile,
That sounds smart.
that's I'm getting like my teeth X-rayed, and you got that shit on my fucking chest. Like, what about the rest of my head? What about the rest of me? This
fuck,
is the most
fuck
vital
your
organ.
brain cells. Your brain cells, nigga. We just
Yeah,
gonna radiate them.
I'm like, bro, this right here is the most important fucking
Let's
organ in
say
my
no
body.
to drugs.
No, for sure. Definitely say no to drugs. Like, you can say
Damn.
yes to this sometimes. You know what I'm saying? I will stand on a I will die on this hill. This is not for everyone. You know what I'm
It's not
saying?
a drug.
But it's not a drug because when I don't smoke for one day, I don't care. It's not that big of a deal. I'm a little annoyed because I can't get fried, but like I'm like I don't I don't feel sick.
You,
I don't fucking
you talking to
feel.
a nigga who has gone weeks. Back when this nigga was on some theme type shit, went weeks without no gas, because niggas had priorities and could not afford it or get to it. So it'd be like that. You get a little attitude, you be a little mad, and motherfuckers breathe a little too hard, you might pop the fuck off and go postal. However, I have gone on vacations for extended period of times, and I could not get into it. And I'd be like, well,
Like, fuck it.
I'm going to fuck this bar up out here. Like,
And like,
we
I'm not a
gonna be
big drinker, so
funky.
like, I don't even do that for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like when my fucking car was broken, like, I couldn't really, step out and spark the gas. You know what I'm saying? So I just didn't get any, and my car was fucked up for like 2 months. Then I got like, what I'm saying, I got the motherfucking, I got the rental, but I'm not smoking in the rental. You know what I'm saying? So I'm still like not buying again. So I'm out there cooling. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, bro, this isn't that bad. I'm just It's a little
Boring.
annoying. Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like I'm bored. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like when you're not fried, like shit just kind of like
I'm
lacks luster. You know what I'm saying?
I promise you, I'm that nigga that's going that who can't go to nobody's function. Don't call me nowhere if I can't smoke. Listen, I can't pull up nowhere if I ain't smoke. Cause then I know it ain't gonna go good for nobody. Because like I said, if I ain't smoke, I'm gonna be on my tens, and I'm be like, you know what? Y'all really annoying for real.
You
Like,
hear me? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, bro, like I
the shit I can
I'm high
tolerate while I'm
strung.
fried is not what I can tolerate while sober. And I'm gonna tell you right now,
Like I
if
said,
everybody's best interest.
I'm like a high strung kind of individual. So like I need to like have something that takes me from like here to like right here where I can like actually like communicate with fucking people. Cause when I'm
Talk
sober,
about
dog, it's one thing to the fucking other. Like, doesn't shit don't even make sense to anybody else but me. But I'm gonna just keep talking about the dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? Now, of course, when I'm fried, I ramble a little bit sometimes too. But like,
dang.
normally I stay on topic. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I don't. I be high as shit talking about some and them aliens, but JFK for real.
But sometimes the conversation
because
calls for that.
because Marilyn Monroe and somewhere down the line OJ Simpson. It's like,
Yeah, I'm like
nigga,
OJ,
what?
the juice, juice. What he got to do
I'm
with
like,
this?
and was sponsored by Ford, White Bronco. So I know.
Like what?
Which is actually funny because he was sponsored by, and he was one of the only ones to have like a Bronco. Because yeah, him and his man had one. He bought him an AC. Crazy. See, we just went on topic just that fast. I'd be high as hell. So the attention span I have while I'm fried. So if
I
you
have
throw
no
me
idea.
off, if you throw me off what I'm talking about while I'm talking about emissions, or I catch when this like, I can be talking and I can get a text message and I'm gonna like read it for a quick second. I'm like, hold on, what was I talking about?
Yeah, bro. I
And be
have
stuck.
my attention span's like this long. You know, unless I really like lock in and focus, I can focus on something like
Yeah,
for an extended period of time. But
yeah,
if like if it's hard, pause. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? If it's something that's like a task that's like difficult that like can keep me engaged and you know what I'm saying? I can do that shit all fucking day. But like
Yeah.
like simple mindless task, like you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I can't do that shit all fucking day. Like, bro, yesterday at my job, I literally had to we had to dress like 8 or 9 racks, and it wasn't even like a full dress. It was just cleanup. But I had to make that shit last 8 hours.
First of all, yeah, I'd have been on my phone all day. I'd have been just
Both
doing dumb shit.
bro,
I'd
my
have been
work
calling
phone,
people like, "What? I don't want
my work phone,
you."
and my personal phone were dead at the end of the day because I was literally
I'd
done with
have
the
been
work at
calling
like
people like,
nine
"What y'all
o'clock.
doing? Like, what y'all up to?"
Like, I'm like, bro, I could just go back to the other fucking site and do like actual work for the rest of the fucking day. But he's like,
whenever
nah,
they
I don't
figure
mind.
out, whenever they figure out a way for you to be able to do your Call of Duty from your phone while at work, it's gonna be over for them.
No, they got COD Mobile. I'm just not trying to play that shit because I know who I am as a person. I'm not
No,
gonna
no,
go
no,
to fucking
no,
work
no,
at
no,
it.
not Call of Duty Mobile. I'm talking about like you, like how you be actually streaming and doing your shit on your computer. Like
Oh,
exactly that, completely in your hand. Like if you find a way that you can do that while at work,
I mean, I have a
it's
laptop.
over.
Uh,
Quit.
I
Like,
got a laptop. I'm about to go live from the motherfucking data center. I'm
talking about I got that extra boosted
plugging.
quadruple
I'm past
terabyte
there. No, I do not, because that Wi-Fi in that joint is dog shit.
How the fuck you a data center? How the fuck you a data center and got trash Wi-Fi?
Bro,
How? How?
I
That
really
don't even
wish
make sense.
I really wish I knew, son, because the shit really doesn't make any fucking sense, son. I really be like, so why is my shit not connected? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just installed a device that routes information at, you know what I'm saying, at microseconds, you know what I'm saying, across the like the fucking planet. But my Wi-Fi is on 14 megabits.
Like
Somebody's gonna have to explain.
before this nigga could blink, this nigga has already sent like a billion fucking files.
That joint's done a
Like you
that
niggas,
joint's done a, done
like
has done a trillion calculations to figure out where the fuck that information needs to go, where it's coming from, how it needs to get transferred and fucking disseminated to the rest of the fucking devices. I'm like, dog. But the
see
Wi-Fi
my job's not that
off.
technical, but I swear to God, they make it try to be, and I'd be like, dog, just
Oh,
leave me
bro.
alone. Let me do my fucking job, bro.
They be trying
Like
to make my job. They be trying to make my job seem like it's fucking rocket science, and I'm like, bro, we're literally just plugging shit in.
the shit that pisses me off is like I said, like it's so you know, like I know, right? If a certain situation comes up at the job, and you know that you one a aren't supposed to do it, or and you know, or two, you know, you know how you should go about it, but you just need, you know, that extra okay to make
Hmm.
sure you're good to go. Dog, somebody the other day it was raining in the morning. It was
Hmm.
cold out. It was raining. It was cold.
It was
They
80
wanted me
yesterday.
to fucking, and they calling for snow tomorrow.
Like, make that shit make fucking sense.
Anywho, I paint. I paint these wheels in these cars. You know what I'm saying? We can't paint in the cold and in the rain. So I get to the shop and I'm like, yeah, no, if y'all don't got a spot for me inside, baby, it ain't gonna work. So they, you know, take a whole morning trying to find a spot. Then they put me in this little ass short corner talking about something. We just gonna take the wheel off and you just gotta do it in this little corner. Corner of this back end of this little shack of a shop. And I'm like,
So why you always making my
okay.
life difficult? Like I won't swing off in this joint.
Yeah, so I was like, okay. So I get in the back corner, right? I
Hmm.
start setting up, and then the motherfucking other painters are back there, the little Hispanic guys. They started getting pissy and stuff, talking about some. We don't want them smells back here, and da, da, da. We be back here chilling. I said, listen,
I'd emptied all the
listen.
aerosol out that can.
I said, listen, nigga. I was like,
I got shit to
weren't
do.
even back. You weren't even back here when like I was setting up. Now I'm all set up, and you want to start shit, boy. I'll air this bitch out. Basically, guy was arguing with them niggas, right?
Hmm.
And then ultimately, I was like, dog, if y'all don't have a spot for me inside, I can't do it in the rain. I'm not about to do it.
Hmm.
Reschedule. And he wants to just, no, you can't do that. And we need this car done. And I'm like, dog, you know, I'm explaining. So I was like, fuck it. I'm gonna just call the manager. He gonna agree with me
Hmm.
because again, he normally does with that type of shit. He's like, so I'm like, yo, Blase Blase, I ain't gonna say his name.
Hmm.
Blase Blase. This the situation. They talking about they want me to just do the wheel regardless, even though it's in the rain and we know it's gonna mess up. They talking about they can probably put up a little makeshift tarp to put over
Hmm.
top of me while I do the. And
Like I'm not doing this, guys.
I was like, yeah, no. So just go until now. We're gonna reschedule. He said, no, just go ahead and do it. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
what, nigga?
Did you not hear what I just said? Tell them
He's
we
like,
are.
nah, that's. He was like, he's like, that's one of our bigger accounts, so we got to make sure that they're taken care of. And I said, it is painting. How are we going to paint in the rain? We ain't never done it before, and he's like, Ronnie, just do it. I said, you know what? Okay. I did that shit, and exactly like what I said, motherfucking raindrops started coming down off when that wheel as I started to finish it. That bitch had nice little raindrops coming through. I said, I'm not fixing shit. If they got a problem with it, they can call the office and deal with it. Ain't got nothing to do with me.
It's on y'all. I told like it's like, bro, just do the shit that you know makes sense. I agree. It's a big account. It should get taken care of. However, weather is not permitting for me to do 100%. Like it's
It's not even just that. It's more or less like, listen, I'm not stupid. I've already said how we should handle this situation. I did not call you for the decision making. All I was calling you was for reassurance to say, hey, get up out of there. Because I
Yeah.
didn't want to just because I could have just pulled up out of that bitch. I'm like, hey, I'm not doing it. Fuck it. Then y'all could have got mad at me and be like, why didn't you do this, that, and the fourth? So I called you beforehand so we don't have that problem to
Just let you
understand
know.
where I'm coming from.
And you still on dumb nigga time. And that's why niggas need mental. That's why we need more niggas in the medical field, because we need more mental health, because that maybe would help them motherfuckers not be fucking stupid like that. If
First of
motherfuckers
all,
got their shit
they were
together.
that same fucking day they had me in New Carrollton where my fucking grinders broke. So like the shit I used to grind out the damages and shit, yeah, they broke. I couldn't do the do the damages. It's like 2, almost 3 o'clock. They was like, cool. There's a tech in Clinton. We're gonna have him drive from Clinton to Waldorf and then back to you in New Carrollton. Maybe you can meet him halfway and then go back and do the wheels. Said it's 3 o'clock. The body shop closed at 5. And you said you're gonna have a nigga go from Clinton to Waldorf and
30
from
minutes.
Waldorf come up here.
That's another 45 minutes to an hour. So by the time he gets there, it's gonna be at bare minimum 4:30. Like at bare minimum.
And I'm supposed to be doing 2 wheels. They really
Like,
was giving me a hard time about it. And like it wasn't until the people in the shop was like, dude, it's cool. We're not tripping off it. Come back tomorrow. We understand. We're not gonna let you do these wheels. Do not come back here today. Tell your manager we said don't.
it's crazy
And
what
it
the time.
wasn't until, but see, and it pisses me off because it's like I told them this, but they really had me going through these fucking hoops and these loops over some fucking wheels, bro. I'm like, come on now.
Not
I
my problem.
understand that's how we get paid, but how the fuck you gonna sit there and
I
try to
agree.
force some shit on them? And they said no the first time.
It's like, I know for sure this is how we get paid, big dog, and I would love to be the one to do it to get paid. However, shit's not going right now, and the fucking plan you're putting into play is actually going to wind up costing you more money. Like, I
I'm
don't know if
like,
you, like I
dog,
said, I don't know if you know this or
I was
not.
like, I live down there past the Waldorf area, so I was like, I can literally go meet the guy on my way home.
Get
I
the
was like,
shit,
I can just pack up here, pick up the fucking grinders,
be
call it a
back
fucking
tomorrow.
day, and we can deal with it tomorrow. And that's what they ultimately had to do. And they just can't admit that they be wrong.
Man,
Stupid.
bro, managers literally cannot, like, they can't fathom themselves being wrong, and it's weird because it's like, bro, you know what I'm saying? Like, at some point you have to realize, like, you're not always right, and B, somebody showed you how to do what the fuck you do now. You know what I'm saying? I'm a quote unquote manager. You know what I'm saying? If one of my guys got a good idea, bro, fucking do that shit. I don't care. This is how
But
this is how
if
it's
it
like, bro.
fucks you up,
This
it fucks you up.
Yeah, I'm like, this is how I do it. If you can do this and make it better, hey, bro, by all motherfucking means,
I'm
bless
burning
me.
the sage. I'm
Yeah.
blessing the sage. You know what I'm saying? Blessing y'all.
What happens when I burn? What happens when I sage my house and I wake up outside the door? What am I gonna?
Just
What am I gonna do about
here you
that?
go. Talk about something. Well, the evil energy's gone.
Yeah, had to get him out of here. But yeah, Mo, that's really all I had for him tonight. I was definitely hoping I'd get some more of my or some of our more of our fucking medical practice friends.
Well,
You know what I'm saying? But
I mean, there's always a future within that because, like I said,
oh
it's
yeah,
such
for
a
sure.
broad effect. Like I said, I could talk about it for hours of the mistreatments of what they got going on behind the scenes. I studied the shit. I promise y'all don't understand how many lonely nights I've had with just a blunt, a drink, and my phone, and or a book. Promise y'all, you learn so much when you are to your fucking self.
There's a
Do your
lot
own
of
research.
For sure. There's a lot of time in my
Why do you
life
think?
I'm not getting back from Reddit.
Hmm,
Articles, articles, articles. Bro, you know how many times my legs have fallen asleep on the toilet?
hello? I'm gonna
God
tell you right
damn it.
now. I'm gonna tell you right now. There ain't nothing more powerful than self-education. That is what they're more afraid. That is what the higher ups, whoever you want them to be, that is who they're afraid of.
An educated
That
populace
you,
is not a populace full of slaves.
especially an educated black man or black woman. Okay, they don't want you to be educated. That's why they're trying to take away the black history, because they don't want you to know about. They don't want the kids to know of the future, to know what
How
what
bad
really
the
went
country
down.
came up.
Yeah, they don't want you to realize that the first kid to ever go to school is only 63 years old. The first black girl to go into a segregated school is now 63 years old.
My grandmother is significantly older than her.
My mother, who is only what will be 61 this year, she was bused to another school, even though there was a school right in front of her house, because she
Crazy.
didn't pass the paper bag test. The fact that they used to put paper bags against kids' skins. And yeah, I'm gonna finish out the podcast on some Black History stuff to y'all, because this is the last Friday of Black History. So I'm
For
gonna just
sure.
hit y'all with a little knowledge. I'm gonna hit y'all with a little knowledge or something. Okay. Here's something y'all can do a little relevancy to. Nipsey Hussle, okay? Nipsey Hussle, in the time of his death. Again, he was a gang member. However, he was also for his community, and he was for peace. Okay? Whether you knew his work before or after or during his, because like I said, the homie was dropping mixtapes that was bangers way before he dropped, the Victory Lap. Like, that shit was just the icing. I'm just
For
sad that
sure.
it was. I'm just mad his debut was his last, But anywho, he
Damn, it's
was.
called Victory Lap too.
Hmm.
Whack.
So here's the thing.
Whack. And his last joint is called Crenshaw. Whack. Not like his last joint,
I'm
but
just.
yeah.
I'm just saying. He was about to drop a whole documentary and like a whole thing about Dr. Nebi. What was his name?
Dr. Sebi.
Nubet. Sabby, there we go. I knew it was. I was trying to put his first name as Dr. Sebi. So Dr. Sebi has a lot of, like, if you looked into his shit, because I had to look into him or who the fuck he was. Yeah, if you look into it, he literally told how humans could literally not could live off of like being humans. Like, fuck the government. He was telling them basically like the food you need to eat to open up that third eye, to understand your brain, because a lot of people don't even realize you only use about 10 to 11% of your brain. Most most people. But then there's those unique people
They
who
say
have
Leonardo.
unlocked.
They said Leonardo da
Hmm.
Vinci used 17% of his brain.
Hmm.
That nigga was out there inventing helicopters and tanks and shit in 13. Like, that's crazy.
Hey, look, well before that was an era or a time frame of those type of
Long,
machinery.
long before that shit.
However, they also assumed that he was visited by aliens and was given that type of technology,
Possible.
prototype. You know, anyway,
It's
that's neither
possible.
here nor there. That's
But you
another
still gotta,
conversation.
but you still gotta
However,
draw that shit out and make sure it makes sense. Like,
just like how Dr. Sebi was killed, Nipsey Hussle was killed right before this shit was like due to be done. And then not too long ago, I want to say maybe a year or so ago, maybe two now.
hmm
I don't know where Nick Cannon came out. I was like, well, I'm gonna pick up the where Nipsey Hussle left off, and I'm gonna finish the documentary, make sure. And then all of a
why?
sudden, it went dark. But then all of a sudden, you see Nick Cannon is everywhere now. He's on The Masked Singer. He was Wildin' Out. He was, well, I mean, he's been doing Wildin' Out, but like I said, he had his own talk show, and then he's doing all that shit with all these kids, and it's like.
I hate Nick Cannon. Why couldn't they kill Nick Cannon and not Nipsey? I mean, that's
I
fucked up,
just
but
I don't say that they quote unquote sacrifice for Nick Cannon, but I say that Nipsey Hussle was definitely killed for the information he knew and was about to give out. If you don't notice, and especially in Hollywood, you tell too much, you mysteriously come up missing or dead. Okay, if they think you was causing an issue and shit can get exposed, you're going down. However, all I wanted to say with all that being said is, like I said, Black people have always been the blueprint of the human race. Okay, that's why they keep whitewashing everything. That's why they swear up and down Cleopatra was Elizabeth Taylor. I swear to God, that makes me fucking sick.
Ooh,
Bless you.
thank you.
But yes, no. As Black people, it
I heard it.
it really is our duty to self-educate ourselves. People of color. It doesn't even if you're just Black. If a person of color,
I
educate
mean,
yourself. 'Cause I'm
I
gonna tell
mean,
you right now.
you look around the world, big dog. Every race of people has a crazy mass civilization, like mass ancient civilization that nobody talks about. Massive
Dog,
metropolises, the Aztecs, the
there's
Mayas,
there's literally
the In-
indigenous people who are still living on islands that cannot have people on it because these indigenous people do not want people from the outside world on there to corrupt them.
that and
I'm
our
not
fucking man, our diseases will fucking kill them. They
that
will
too,
die.
but
They will die. But like I
but
said,
that's the thing. Like,
my bad. Go ahead.
no, good.
I
No,
was
you good.
I was about to say like you gotta think like bro, like in the like ancient times, nigga, the Aztecs, the Mayas, the motherfucking the Inca, like
They didn't
the
just pop. They just wasn't something in a book.
bro, the niggas who built Angkor Wat in fucking Thailand, like like yeah, these niggas is motherfucking like primitive, quote unquote primitive people, but they're doing
Atla-
massive
Atlantis,
things. Egypt.
Atlantis was a Atlantis was a real thing.
We'll talk about that, because hear me out. There's something in the fucking African desert that looks a lot like that shit.
And that's where I was about to get at. Atlantis was known as like this great society, so advanced and all this other stuff. And they always been but depicted in like media, like movies or shows, stuff like that. They're seen as now an underwater society that was, thriving, even though that they were sunken. What they don't tell you is, yes, Atlantis was a black environment. Black people inhabited that place.
You
That's
better
why
be.
it was sunken and or disappeared. However, I want you to also know only like what 20 to 30% of the ocean has been explored.
Man, I think it's like 25%. I'm like, it's not a lot, big dog. I don't like that. And that's why I don't
Hmm.
like the ocean. Hear me out. I might have to do a fucking, I might have to do an ocean topic one weekend, or well, not one weekend, but one week.
Oh,
However, I
they've
will
been making all
vomit.
this. They've been making new equipment nowadays, like to this day, to try to get deeper and deeper into the ocean. Oh, they've been finding all types of new types of species of
Nope,
fish,
nope,
shellfish,
nope.
and all
Bugs,
types of
nope,
stuff.
nope.
The
I'm scared.
plants, all types of stuff. Like I said, it has been, and with the rising sea levels,
Fear.
with, with the rising sea levels, these unknown creatures have been coming up more.
Nope. I'll shit my
Mind you,
pants.
the coral reef is dying.
Which is great. Hear me out. I don't know what the fuck the coral reef is supposed to do though.
Oh, that's the biggest part of the ecosystem. Like
I don't
once that
fucking know.
goes, that'll fuck up the whole supply chain for the entire ocean. That is the Great Barrier Reef out there in Australia. That is literally like one of the biggest part of the ecosystem in the ocean, and like
True.
that shit is dying. Like if you
Well,
look that shit up from how it used to be to how it is now, all the coral is bleached,
well,
gray, white, dead.
now we got to get my friend Katie on here at some point. So I want to hear about this because I know she knows, and hear me out. She's probably down to talk about it.
Dog, y'all have
Maybe
it. You don't see the pattern. Every couple of years or every so often, it's something that it's talked about and goes right away. They don't ever talk anything else about it. The Amazon was fucking burning.
that's
Again, the
true.
Amazon only like 10% of the Amazon was covered was discovered.
But it creates
Dog,
like 30% of the oxygen on the planet.
over 40 million acres burned. and they never say anything about it stopping. They never say anything about it being subsiding or if it continued to burn more. But when they last reported over 40 million acres of the Amazon, which like Eric just said,
That
is
doesn't make
most of
sense.
our breathing.
That doesn't make
Again,
sense.
why do
Like, how
the
much?
air
No, I'm just saying,
is so
like,
fucked up?
how the fuck did that fire keep raging? It's the rainforest is literally the wettest place on the planet. Besides clearly the fucking ocean, obviously. Stop playing with me, world. But like, I think it averages like the rainforest averages like what, like it's like 40
But
inches of rain a
you
year.
said something that a lot of
Probably,
people said,
probably more than that.
which is why a lot of people believe it was set on purpose.
Because like, yeah, like it'd have to be. You'd have to keep you.
Just like how people believe that the fires in LA were set purpose.
Oh, for sure. Maybe, well, maybe not. I mean, hear me out. That shit can happen out in LA. Like that shit's not like the, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, but where it started and how long it went down
Yeah,
through
it's like
and
that
how far it went through.
because it's not like
Like I
super
said,
wet out there. But nigga, like at
it's
some point,
LA.
like,
It's fucking LA. And you trying to tell me one of the biggest cities in the world you don't have, and you have
man,
people coming from across the world to come
man,
and help fight those fires, and y'all could not stop
man,
all those acres
yeah,
going.
hear me out.
They had
At
people
some
from
point, that
Mexico coming to
fire
help.
wasn't like an acre big. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like at some point, that fire was probably only like couple couple 100 feet.
Couple yards.
You know what I'm saying? A couple yards. You could have definitely stopped that. Somebody could stop that. I don't know.
Could have stomped that bitch out.
Facts, bro. Like I've stomped out motherfucking oil fires. Like you know what I'm saying?
I'm just saying, like, if you don't see the trend of, like I said, they're purposely destroying the world, dog. Like it's not even a thing anymore. Like now they trying to make everything
Trying to have us.
electric. They trying to make electric cars, and I'm like, okay, well, what you gonna do when all these areas that like these deserts and these long roads and all that stuff that don't have electric plug ups for these people in their electric cars to get across country or take these drives. Like not every fucking gas station or every stop has a fucking
Man, not
like
then nobody's utilizing solar power like that. Like these motherfuckers are stupid, son. Like I
dog.
hate people.
I work in a fucking body shop, bro. I work at a dealer. I be working. One of my spots is a dealership. This
Hmm.
is a Chevy dealership, bro. Chevy Volt, bro. Came in that bitch was acting funny.
Hmm.
It needed a new battery, bro. Guess how much the battery was?
Probably like $4,500.
$30,000. He could have bought a brand new fucking car with that.
That's what I'd be doing. I'd be like, oh yeah, go ahead, get rid of this big dog. Got me fucked up. Got me fucked up. Go ahead, cop a brand new one.
I
The
thought this
battery
shit was
costs more than
bullshit
the
because
car.
I thought it was bullshit because I saw some shit like that online. Somebody had showed some shit like that. But no, this nigga literally supposedly had a leak in his fucking battery, which could have blew the fuck up. But
What?
it's a fucking giant lithium battery. Like
True.
not only is that a fucking toxic ass battery, but that bitch costs so fucking much to do. So you're gonna tell me it's more efficient,
Yeah,
cost
I don't need
efficient
it.
to have these? Yeah, no.
Not right now, it's not. But yeah, Mo, that's all I got for him tonight.
I talk too much.
Nah, that was cool. We gonna, like I said, we gonna have to talk about that. I'm down to hear more about the Black Atlantis. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, if I mean, they're not gonna be black black because North Africans ain't black black. But never
No.
mind.
So you gotta understand the transcript that goes through with Atlantis. A lot of it has been scrubbed away. They do not want you to know a lot about it, and
Oh yeah, they destroyed the fucking Library of Alexandria.
it kind of
But
gets.
hold on.
And
Let's not even get into it, big dog. Let's save this for another time.
I'm just saying
I'm hip.
that you can look it up, but you got to look up the right things because I'm gonna tell you right now.
We might get into that next week.
Think of Wakanda. Think of Wakanda, and then think of Atlantis, and
Wow.
then think of the concept.
Well, it kind of makes sense, essentially. A little bit, you know. But yeah, Mo, that's all I
They
got for a
putting it
minute,
in
yo.
plain sight. They putting it in plain sight for you, but we gonna get into it.
Hear me out, guys. You can understand the plot of corruption and all type of wild shit in all these movies. See it when it's in your fucking face. Please, thank you.
Hell, the theme this year is fucking Satanism. Everybody want to be fucking Satan or do Satanist shit, and I'm like, okay,
Yeah, like whatever.
okay, all
But
right,
yeah,
it'll pass.
we'll talk about that.
Next
We'll
year
talk
there'll
about the
be angels. Who the fuck cares?
facts. Yeah, son. That's all I got. I appreciate everybody fucking stopping by. Yo, Vicky stopping by was super clutch because I didn't think anybody was going to do it.
Dope.
But she soldiered it out because she said she's been up for 36 hours at this point, and I'm like,
And she finna get
I
that nail. And she waited for her on her nail appointment
yeah,
to do
you know what
this.
I'm saying?
So be appreciative.
That is a queen right there, ladies and gentlemen. And I would applaud y'all to follow her on all her social media, Vicky Daniels, I think, something like that.
And
She just
she
got hey,
may
she
or
did
may not be able to squish watermelons with her eyes.
yeah.
Don't ask too many questions.
Hey, she just got married, so I'm gonna leave that alone. But you know what I'm saying? So I don't know what her last name is right
Oh,
now.
I wouldn't even talk about that, but yes,
Yeah,
yes.
but
That's why
she
she got the ring.
definitely she
But
definitely pop you she definitely pop your melon too. So you know what I'm saying? We out here. But yeah, like the medical shit, like I'm saying, I wish we got more people on this one so we could talk more in depth about some certain like different things, cause you know
let me do y'all
that's what
next surgery. I'll be twice. I'll be a little cheaper.
I'll be a lot
I do it
cheaper,
cheaper.
and you will not make it. I promise.
But you gotta sign these forms.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna need that down payment first, big dog.
You
I'm
gotta
gonna,
sign these forms
I
first.
need that. I need that. I need that. Check to clear.
Cheers.
But yeah, guys, thank you all for stopping by. I hope y'all enjoyed the content tonight. We,
I
like I
got
said,
Crisco. I can do y'all BBLs. I got some Crisco and some.
he's bugging,
I
ladies and
got.
gentlemen.
I can do.
Ladies and gentlemen, he is bugging. Do not book him for no BBLs, because you will be taking the biggest L. You know what I'm
You'll
saying?
be taking the biggest dirt nap ever. The fuck, like
The dirt nap. You're gonna be going in the
talk
forever
about some.
box.
Talking about, oh, you need a little Crisco back there, baby. Let's all you need a little bit. Eat some collard greens and cornbread. There you go, boo
On the
boo.
code Love Starts. Hey, it's a lion, the witch, and the audacity of this bitch. Hey, I'm
This
Ricky
is for
Bobby.
y'all.
I'm signing out, guys. Thank you all for stopping by. Don't forget to
I'm
like
out.
and subscribe. Hit that bell so you know when we going live. And we
And
appreciate
tell
you
your
all.
friends.
Tell your friend, tell your mama, tell your dad, tell your cousin, tell your grandma, tell all them niggas. We
I
don't
don't tell
care.
all them because I don't like half of them people.
I don't like
Don't
none
do
of them, but we appreciate them all.
that.
Thank you.